Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Now, if you are new here, my name is Tammy, and I am the owner of Lanacia Candle Company. And in today's video, I'm labeling my first ever inventory for my new Etsy shop and just wanted to chat for a bit. So it's a new year, which means it's time for some new goals for everyone. And I'm sure you all have some things you want to accomplish this year. I know I do. I have a ton of them because my brain is always thinking. Still, I feel like this year I don't want to boggle myself down with committing to a long list of goals like I've been doing for the past 2-3 years now. Even though I know they need to be accomplished, I just don't want to overwhelm myself with too much this year. I really want to block out all the bigger goals is what I was thinking that I have, and just focus on the smaller ones this year, which for me, this is going to be so hard because I'm always thinking about the bigger picture, even when I'm trying to focus on the smaller things. So I'm going to try my best to focus on just the small goals I have planned, and I want to see how it's gonna play out for the first half of the year. Hopefully, I can, if it works out, I can stick to it and continue down that road. So wish me luck, because I'm gonna need it. Now, what I can agree on is that I really don't want to continue to stay stuck again for yet another year. I feel like every year I plan for great things for myself, but the end result is always the same. A year of not living life for myself, staying stuck and complacent, and I'm getting older now, so time I feel is really starting to run out for me, and there's just so much that I plan out on paper and on computer that I should really be doing live and in person, which is why, for one, I am so glad I took the leap a few months ago to start this candle business. Now it's just a matter of not falling into old patterns and giving up. So I really had to stay on top of myself when it comes to those things. I mean, I do have a little motivation from the end of last year. In my first week of having my Etsy shop up, I got my first two orders, which was so exciting to see it come in. Of course, they were from people I know, but it was such a good feeling to have that little support right from the start. But since then, it's been at a standstill. I didn't get any new orders over the holidays, which is okay. I've mentally prepared myself, if anything, for a slow start. I know nothing starts off with a big bang. Some things need to crawl before it walks. So I'm mentally okay with that. Also, I know why it's a slow start, and it's because I didn't put in the work to market myself more, to market myself better. I don't know, I guess I still have that part of me that believes I'm not capable or good enough to do this, so why am I doing that? It's that whole imposter syndrome that comes into your mind and tries to stop you from doing things. But I have the other part of me that's just saying, shut up, stupid. Of course you can. And I like that part better. But then there's also procrastination, my procrastination, that has been going on with me for years and years. And it drives me crazy that I have bursts of wanting to do things and get excited to do things, and I'll get into it, but then I'm like, I'll do this tomorrow. And tomorrow turns into the next day and the next day. And before I know it, it's months later and I still haven't done it. So I have a lot to fix with myself if I want to see anything great happen for me. There has been some good moments in my life, but I want great moments. I'm sure a lot of you can relate, but don't get me wrong, I am still working on trying to be productive, which leads to great things. But this year, I want to be even more productive because I felt like last year, too many negative things happened for me, and I was too stuck in my depression. So it kind of limited me from getting out there and doing things that I was doing a year to 2 years before then. So the first thing on my agenda to start this year was to label these candles that's been sitting in boxes for a couple of months now. I had to decide when I was making them whether or not I wanted to carry inventory in my apartment or not, because I just started the Etsy shop and I had thought about just making it made to order, but then my candles have to cure for 2 weeks. After thinking about it, I really wanted to make sure I had the candles ready just in case I did get orders over the holidays. Um, that way, all I had to do was just pull them, pack them, and ship them. And that seems to be the question of a lot of people when they first start out. Should should you or shouldn't you have inventory? And really, there's no right or wrong answer. It's really up to you and your space. You have to ask yourself what works best for you. Do you have the room and space to make inventory, to hold your inventory? Do you have money to rent out a small storage space to have your inventory? These are things that you really have to look at when you have a product-based business. So for me, what worked was I was going to carry a small amount of inventory, which was 4 candles of each scent I carry, which is 6 cents right now. And that came out to 24 candles. Of course, I have to make 24 more of my 4-ounce candles once my supplier restocks, which is a whole other issue because I wanted to post the pics of them on my Etsy shop, but didn't want to have them there and not be able to fulfill any orders because my supplier is out of stock and I'm still waiting on them. But in total, I managed to find space for 48 candles to store as my startup inventory. Now, yours may be smaller or larger than that. I looked at it as a way to get a head start, so at least people didn't have to, well, don't have to worry about delays with me shipping their candles to them. But aside from that, I'm focusing my goals on 3 things to start, which is being more consistent with my social media platforms. Yes, you've all heard me say it before, but I'm really just going to focus on YouTube and Instagram for the brand and for myself as well. Applying for pop-ups and vendor markets, which I've already applied for 2 over the holidays, and I plan on applying for more in the upcoming weeks ahead, and finding spaces to network and connect with other entrepreneurs, because I think that this is so important for new entrepreneurs. We all want to do things by ourselves and on our own, but there are thousands of business owners out there who have done this before and they have all this knowledge. So why not pick their brain, why not find a community that you can connect with and bounce your ideas and questions off of them? So, those are the three main goals for me. And that is on top of my personal goals, which is to still find a steady job. Yes, I'm still looking for that steady income, go outside more, and fingers crossed a vacation this year, because between all the noise and the neighbors and the craziness that New York has to offer, it is all driving me insane. I swear this city is just a massive ball of worry and stress. So I would love to go back to Vegas. I've been there two other times before, and sit at the Aria for a week and just enjoy the relaxation there. But I also want to do a cruise to the Caribbean. I've never been on a cruise before, and I was talking to my father about it the other day, and he's been on tons of them, um, and he was telling me how relaxing and how much food you get and the ports that you stop at. So I really want to do that. But I kind of want to do a road trip too. It's been so long since I've been a part of one, and I've been daydreaming or whatever you want to call it, about planning one to Maine or Canada or even North Carolina, because I do have family down there. And I was thinking that maybe I could help my friend drive and finally gain some of that driving experience I was still afraid to get over the years. I've been wanting to drive forever. My anxiety, though, has such a hold on me. It really has stopped me from living life, really. But enough about my rant. How are you doing? How was your New Year's Day? Your New Year's Eve? What are you excited about this year? Let me know in the comments down below, because I really want to hear it. I want to know what everyone else is doing. Well, that was it for this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Feel free to follow me on all my social media accounts on Instagram. And don't forget to like, comment, and share on this video. And of course, hit that subscribe button and notification bell so that you can be notified when the next new video comes out. So I hope you all have an amazing week, and don't forget to show yourself a little more appreciation. Until next time, this is Tammy saying thank you all so much, and take care.